first pillar within our model is commit. Before one can work on children's rights, one must be prepared to do so. However, this is something you can't do alone. Therefore, strengthening leadership and building strong partnerships are our first step in working on children's rights. To do so, it's important to set the sights of a diverse range of partners and stakeholders on clear goals and vision and engage people across a range of sectors. In order to build up these partnerships, it's important to clearly define the rights holders and duty bearers and their respective roles and responsibilities in each context. By doing a role pattern analysis, you will make clear the consequences of fulfilling children's rights, ensure commitment and give recognition to the different duty bearers you work with. Communicate is the second pillar of our model. This action refers to tackling stigmatization around sensitive topics, to open conversations and to engage with youngsters. In starting conversations, it's important to specifically pay attention to the voices of children and youngsters you work with. Often take the time to communicate with the youngsters you are working with. Of course, this is not something that can be done when you first meet the youngsters. Therefore, it's important to deeply connect with them. Make sure to check out our program about connecting for more tips and tricks about this topic. When you can start talking about sensitive topics, don't hesitate to do so. Talking about these topics will help youngsters to indicate when one of their rights is not respected. The third pillar is ACT. ACT refers to minimizing risk factors and maximizing protective factors in realizing the rights of the child. The ACT pillar is divided into 4 different action points, namely 1. Supporting families, parents and caregivers. 2. Ensuring a warm school environment and quality education. 3. Strengthening systems and staff. And 4. Improving data and research. In what follows, we will give you a tip on each of the 4 different action points. Families, parents and caregivers are fundamental in a child's life. Parents and caregivers are the first attachment figures, playing a vital role in shaping the home environment and the child's socio-emotional development. Parents often think differently about the importance of education and its place in children's lives. As a youth worker, engage with parents and caregivers about their thoughts and viewpoints when meeting them. However, parents sometimes need additional information or resources. Collect important and interesting resources about children's development and rights to give the parents in need. Schools play a unique and vital role in the lives of children and adolescents. A warm school environment and positive relationships among pupils and between pupils and teachers can contribute to children's feelings and health. Provide teachers with your information about the youngsters if possible. Follow up on the progress of youngsters in education and help them out when necessary. Our StreetSmart Wheels projects are one possibility to provide youngsters with non-formal education. In order to effectively work on children's rights, the scope of organizations and duty bearers aware of or working on children's rights needs to be broadened. That way, we can take advantage of the opportunities these different domains offer to promote, protect and care for children's rights. However, these organizations and the duty bearers within them need to be strengthened to provide services in several settings and domains and to ensure that children's needs are respected. A follow-up on the role pattern analysis can help identify the different duty bearers and organizations in your community. By clearly knowing how each partner can contribute to the fulfillment of children's rights, a meaningful network can be established. In the past years, a lot of research and data monitoring was done about the fulfillment of children's rights worldwide. Different reports and research are available. This data and evidence make sure children are visible and are encountered in policy development and planning. Even as a youth worker in the local community, it pays to monitor the progress of the children you work with. To be able to do so, you have to build strong relationships with the children and youngsters so that the children are willing to talk with you about their thoughts and feelings.